John Wayne had to play the pot-bellied, one-eyed Westerner before the Academy would consider him to be an actor worthy of an Oscar. In his career, spanning over 50 years, Wayne delivered massive hits and was a megastar. However, True Grit allowed him to pour his 40 years of acting experience into a character that was as memorable as Wayne made it. True Grit, adapted from a 1968 novel of the same name, starred John Wayne as U.S. Marshal Rooster Cogburn. The film is narrated by Mattie Ross, played by Kim Darby, who hires Rooster to avenge the murder of her father, Ton Chaney. Alongside starring in the film as LABEOUF, the famous country singer Glen Campbell also created and sang the theme song of the film and won a Golden Globe and Academy nomination for Best Original Song. True Grit is an iconic piece of cinema that has inspired sequels, remakes, and small-screen adaptations. Though this film is one of the most loved and watched of all time, there are many interesting facts about True Grit that fans are unaware of. In this video, we'll tell you some interesting facts about John Wayne and True Grit you most likely don't know. Facts First presents John Wayne actually hated True Grit. Before we move on, take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with all our latest videos. True Grit won John his first and only Oscar. John Wayne was a Western megastar and maintained his position as one of the top box office draws for over 3 decades. Wayne made his big debut with Raoul Walsh's The Big Trail and delivered several massive hits, including Stagecoach, Red River, The Searchers, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, The Quiet Man, The Longest Day, and The Shootist. It is thus surprising that Wayne's first and only Academy Award came 39 years after his first film. He was nominated for Best Actor for his film Sansa v. Iwo Jima in 1949. However, that year William Crawford took home the award for his role in All the King's Men. In 1969, Wayne competed against Peter O'Toole, who was nominated for Goodbye Mr. Chips, and Richard Burton, who was nominated for his portrayal of Henry VIII in Anne of a Thousand Days. Wayne took home the award that night, his only Oscar from his almost 50-year-long career. Wayne actually hated True Grit. The story goes that after Wayne read the novel on which True Grit was based, he decided to lobby for the role of U.S. Marshal Rooster Cogburn. And that's how he got the part. More importantly, the film won Wayne his first Oscar, so it's only logical to assume that Wayne would have loved the film. In reality, Wayne hated True Grit. If IMDb is to be believed, Wayne was unsatisfied with the way the film was made, and thus in all the interviews he did as part of the promotional tour, he maintained he liked his other roles in films better than True Grit. In fact, in one interview, he stated he considered his role in Stagecoach to be his best performance of all time. Who knows what must have conspired between Hathaway and Wayne to elicit such a response from the actor, but Wayne must have certainly regretted saying these words after winning the Oscar that year. If you're enjoying these fun facts about True Grit, like and subscribe to our channel. We publish similar interesting stories every day. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get notifications regarding all our latest updates. Wayne wanted his daughter to play Mattie Ross. Wayne did not only lobby for the role of Marshal Rooster, he also pushed for the role of Mattie Ross to be given to his daughter, Aissa Wayne. Aissa was 14 at the time but had never acted professionally. Thus, Hathaway decided to audition other actresses for the role. Among others, he auditioned Karen Carpenter, Sandra Locke, Sally Field, Tuesday Weld, and Mia Farrow, and decided to cast Farrow in the movie. As luck would have it, Farrow backed out from the film at the last minute, and the role went to Kim Darby. Darby was a popular TV actress at the time who had appeared in shows like Gunsmoke, The 11th Hour, and Star Trek. After the success of True Grit, she did deliver some successful films, but she eventually became addicted to amphetamines, which ruined her career. However, Darby eventually managed to get a hold of her life, and she now makes occasional appearances on television and films. Elvis Presley was chosen to play LABEOUF. Elvis was a prolific artist who conquered many mediums. He did a total of 31 films during his career, and True Grit could have made that number 32. Elvis was chosen to play the role of Texas Ranger LaBeouf. Everything was clear, and Elvis had almost agreed to begin shooting when his manager, Tom Parker, demanded that Presley be paid a hefty price for the role. However, since Wayne was already such a huge star at the time and came with an equally heavy price tag, the producers couldn't hire both Elvis and Wayne. Since Wayne was already playing the lead character, the producers decided to replace Elvis with country star Glen Campbell. After the film released, reviewers criticized Campbell for his limited acting skills. However, Campbell brought something to the film that added to its iconic status, the film's title song, for which he won an Academy Award nomination. He also won the Golden Globe nomination for Most Promising Newcomer for True Grit. Wayne was against wearing the eye patch. Marshal Rooster will always be remembered for his gruff disposition and his one-eye black patch. However, Wayne was against wearing the patch for the simple reason that in the novel on which the film is based, Rooster didn't wear a patch, even though he was blind in one eye. What ensued were debates and discussions. However, in the end, Wayne decided to listen to his director and agreed to wear the patch, which eventually became synonymous with the character of Rooster. It is thus that Wayne wore the patch in the sequel as well. Though he may not have been happy about wearing the eye patch, he did bring it to good use. In November 1975, he donated the patch along with a letter to the Southern California Symphony Society to be auctioned to raise funds. In 2012, the patch and the letter went up for auction at a starting bidding price of $35,000. There was a marked difference between the real-life and on-screen age of various characters. Within the film industry, many actors play characters that are older or younger than their real-life self. However, in most cases, the age difference is such that it can be easily made up for with makeup and character portrayal. This wasn't the case with True Grit. As you already know by now, the film was based on the novel of the same name written by Charles Portis. Based on the book, Rooster was no more than 40, and Darby was a 14-year-old girl at the time the story takes place. However, in real life, there was a marked difference between the age of the actors and their on-screen avatars. For instance, Wayne was 61 when he played the 40-something Marshal Rooster, and Darby was 21 and appeared as the 14-year-old Mattie Ross in the film. A stuntman performed most of Wayne's stunts. True Grit will certainly also be remembered for its iconic scenes. In one such scene, at the very beginning of the film, Wayne is seen confronting a bunch of bad guys in an isolated meadow. The scene brings you to the edge of your seat. As you bite your nails in anticipation, Wayne puts the horse reins in his mouth and takes out 2 guns in his hands and chases the goons through the meadow. The scene is as invigorating as it is stylish and sets the tone for the whole movie. Of course, Wayne was the face of Rooster. However, not many people know Wayne did not do most of the stunts. Chasing outlaws on horseback isn't something easy to do for a 61-year-old star. Most of the scenes were performed by Jim Burke, a stunt double. Jim trained horses for westerns and cavalry films, and has also worked on other films like Chinatown and Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. True Grit is an iconic film that played a crucial role in the revival of the Western genre. It was also the perfect goodbye from Wayne to a genre that had given him so much. He played the pot-bellied, one-eyed Marshal Rooster with great ease, pouring his 40 years of acting experience into the role. In the rare moments in which the gunslinger lets his guard down and showcases his emotional side, it becomes so easy to identify him as a simple man who has loved and lost and who, thus, is bent on living his last days alone. It's this depth of character that made Marshal Rooster so lovable. So, tell us, are you a True Grit fan? What makes this film timeless and iconic? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Before you go anywhere, make sure you subscribe to Factsverse for more videos like this.